What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As we promised in yesterday's video, we have given you part 2 today of showing you exactly what these cheats look like in use. If you didn't see part 1, guys, it's linked in the description below, so go and check it out first, where we explain the cheat menu of the cheats that we're about to see in today's video. And for the purpose of Activision, if they do potentially want to copyright this video, let me just state that this is not me, this is not my gameplay, I am just reacting to this footage. Let's crack on with the video. So straight away, guys, we can already see while the game's loading in, counting down, we can see the wall hacks in place, so we can see the whole enemy team straight ahead of us. He's playing hard point, and he's, there you go, popping up the cheat menu. He's turned off super slide, he's looking at his aimbot settings, they're alright apparently. Let's just skip back a little bit there. I want to just point something out on the aimbot settings quickly. I think I've skipped back too far. We did skip back too far. But we're just looking for when he pulls up that cheat menu. I'm going to give it a pause on that moment because I want you guys to see his aimbot settings, whether he's got it on or off. So we turn to the slide off and then we'll go there. As you can see, look, for those watching, aimbot is enabled in this clip, okay? Max distance 200. Override keys on. So this is keybind to his mouse 5 button. Smoothness is on 1, okay? It doesn't look like, as well, based off the gameplay that we can see in here, it doesn't look like he's using an anti-recoil script. It looks like he's allowing like the natural recoil on top of the aimbot. I did post a short video of this on Facebook, and people in the comments were saying that he's not using aimbot, but I didn't put in the part with the cheat menu, so you've seen that now, and you can see that this is in fact aimbot in use. Even when he's missing, even when the aim is, not directly on target, or it jumps up a little bit there, right? Aimbot is still in use. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's toggled on, okay? So he's got a keybind to a certain button on his mouse, which means that at certain points he can press that, and that is what activates the aimbot. So people have this idea that when you shoot, aimbot kicks in, but it's not always that simple. It can be that simple with certain cheats, but when it comes to it, you can have it toggled through anything. This is why we pointed out in the past about foot pedals being used to toggle aimbot, because there's no way anybody would have believed you if you'd have just said, yeah, I use a foot pedal for aimbot. No one would have believed that, and the reason for that is because, well, when it comes to gaming at least, foot pedals are linked to driving games. Yeah? But the fact that it can actually be used, and it's been demonstrated and shown on this channel, that's what allows people now to understand the difference between just rage hack aimbot and toggling aimbot on. Like, this guy's like tracking everyone through the walls. You can see the wall hack, player skeletons, player box, not player box, sorry, that's actually the health bar next to them. So the green line next to them is the health bar. As you can see, it goes down, so it's gone from full green to like amber and then red at the end before the guy dies. It's got what looks like either player distance or name above it. It's not the best quality, so I can't really tell, but there is information above the enemy's heads. He's able to send drones in like that because guess what? He knows where the enemies are, and then he can just aim and fire with that without actually having to see the enemies properly in the game. He's not the best player though, whoever's doing this, like, let's be honest. Really not the best player. With aimbot activated as well, by the way, guys, he's got aimbot activated, he's missing a lot of shots. Now, this could just be him trying to demonstrate what legit style aimbot looks like, but in reality, if you're gonna do it, don't do it with the wall hacks on show. There's so much to think about in this video, like now while he's flashed, he can still see enemies. How many times have we seen players, and I'm going to say players, right? How many times have we seen players when they're, I don't know, doing world record gameplays, and they are flashed, but they are still able to shoot and kill enemies? Or to just luck? Maybe once it's just luck, yeah? But like when it happens 9 times out of 10, it's not luck. But going back to this just short moment here when this guy's flashed, look, we can see clear as day the player skeletons and the health bar. So we can see 2 closer here and 4 further away. So those 4 further away will have just spawned in. So he knows to actually, concentrate on this guy here. And he's still able to shoot the guy as he's passing whilst he's flashed. So it's just another benefit of using wall hacks, you know, so people might not understand that, like, wall hacks isn't just for walls, you know. It shows you so much more information, the ESP side of it, the distance of an enemy, the health of an enemy, what weapon they're using. These things can all come into play and give you so much of an advantage. So look, like, this guy's got aimbot like literally toggled on. We've seen it on the cheat menu and he's missing shots like that, but that's his natural aim. Or maybe it's not, maybe he thinks that he's got aimbot about to toggle on, but that was further than 200 meters away. Who knows? But he's actually mantling on walls. He's not actually toggling the aimbot on by the looks of it. We'll know when he is toggling it on, by the way. You'll be able to tell the difference clear as day. Not there, that's for sure. Unless he toggled it on a little bit too late, who knows? But to be honest, right, you know, imagine this in the hands of a next level player, somebody who's already pretty goated at the game. Now imagine somebody can come on here and drop a nuke, but then you give them aimbot and wall hacks. Probably won't even need aimbot. Just giving them wall hacks, they'd be able to drop a triple nuke if they've already got the gun game and the gun skill. But if you then give them the soft aimbot touch, right, that means that if an enemy decides to start being a little bit creepy and doing the sliding, trying to break the camera, right, your aim will stick with them. And it won't look too bad, but there will be very big telltale signs. Now, I'm going to be looking for further videos regarding the cheats on this game, and the reason for that, I want to be able to pinpoint specific things. So, for example, soft aimbot and how it can be used to make you look next level whilst making your community believe you are legit. So that's something we're going to be looking for, as well as other things regarding wall hacks and, you know, telltale signs. So we can see this guy turning around then, but he's looking through the rocks. That's not an angle of view, okay? So how many times do you see this happen? Let's just pull it back slightly. He's just killed that guy there, and now he turns and looks this way. This wall here that we can see has absolutely zero, you know, ways over it. You can come from the left or the right, but all of the information from the wall hacks is here. And he's keeping an eye on all the enemies. He's figuring out which one's nearby, and then he turns to the one that is the nearest and starts heading towards that direction. But instead of like aiming at the guy through the wall, he's sort of aiming the angle the guy will appear from, which, by the way, is, you know, where you would aim if you had no wall hacks on. You would aim at the location an enemy could appear from. But he's already got his information, and he can look in his peripheral vision to where that player skeleton is coming from. So he knows whether or not he has to hold this angle here, but he can see the guys running away. So what does he do instead of holding it? Well, he actually puts that out, but then he starts pushing around. That was a bad sign of wall hacks there. That was something that somebody who's only just started using it would do, is aiming at players before they've actually peeked. So these guys were through the floor, right? And he was aiming at them as he come around the corner. So that straight away, if that was found on a kill cam, you'd be like, hang on, that's sus. But he didn't see the guy on the right with the sniper, which shows me that he's not really paying that much attention. And he certainly can't aim, naturally at least. This is a guy using cheats, and he seems to be dying more than he gets kills. But again, like, imagine this kill cam, right? He's literally just... he's just aiming at people through floors. Like, it doesn't make sense, does it? But when you've got people who know how to use these, and believe me when I say this, it does take a lot of time to master the art of cheating and not getting caught. So many people have done it, and some are still getting away with it to this day. But to do it and not get caught, right? There are always times where things will slip up, especially aimbot. The mechanics of aimbot don't always line up perfectly with the game, meaning that there will be a jitter within the aim. There'll be a little small snap, even if you've got it fine-tuned to soft aimbot. And with wall hacks, you know, if you peek at the wrong time and it ends up on a kill cam, you can get reported. Or if you peek at the wrong time and you're streaming, and people will be like, hang on, he's just tracked this guy through the wall. Or if you don't realize in your head, if you don't have that map awareness to know the locations, to know, say for example, if there's another wall behind the wall you're looking through, and you turn and shoot that wall, but the enemy's on the other side of the second wall, that right there is how you would slip up as well. There are so many ways that cheats can cause problems for the person using them if they're trying to hide it. But once you get that down to a T, listen, you'll end up like every streamer who's been featured on this channel, and you'll be looking like a god, right? Dropping nukes, dropping world records, earning millions of dollars. But in reality, 99.9% of cheaters do end up making a mess of themselves and slipping up. Doesn't mean they get banned, because we've seen it numerous times before and they don't get banned. But even this guy demonstrating the cheats in this video is showing that you can still die when you are cheating. He's showing that even with all that extra information, you can still miss an enemy when he got sniped up on the top of the hill before. Because do you know what? The biggest thing with wall hacks is it will overwhelm the person using them, especially if they're not used to it. So using wall hacks can actually be a downside. It can give you too much information. Imagine you're just playing the game naturally and you're trying to keep an eye on the whole area as to where enemies are, but you're trying to pay attention to the minimap as well. Make sure you've got enough ammo in your gun, see whether or not you've got any kill streaks, all this information you've got to take in. Now on top of that, you've got a load of stick men running around and you've got to figure out what the names are, what the distance is, the player health of them, whether or not they're facing towards you, crouching or standing, whether or not they've got throwables. All these things come into play and it's a lot of information. So we've seen it in the past where people have used wall hacks and just put player distance on, so it's one bit of information that they're getting and not 100 different things. Now I'm not here trying to teach people how to cheat, that isn't the thing. What I'm showing you is throughout this there were multiple instances of where he showed that he was cheating. So if that ended up on a kill cam, you would be able to say, okay, he's just tracked me through a wall. And do you know what the worst thing about it is? It was probably sound cues as well when he was looking through the rocks earlier on, because the enemies were not that far away, so he would have been able to possibly hear footsteps, but he's got pinpoint accurate information of the player's whereabouts, location, what health he's got and all of that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about these wall hacks in Modern Warfare 3. Personally, I think it's downright disgusting that it's been able to happen. I hope Activision are able to fix the problem and, you know, get these cheats out the game, but I'm not holding my breath, and I'm sure none of you guys are either, because we are now on Modern Warfare 3, after Modern Warfare 2, after Vanguard, after Cold War, after Warzone 1, after Warzone 2 as well, I missed that out, and after Modern Warfare 2019, and we are still dealing with the same level of problems when it comes to the cheating. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys, and if you did enjoy today's video, smash that thumbs up for me. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and turn on notifications, because we've got plenty more informative videos like this coming your way. And one last thing before we go. So guys, as you're aware, I'm partnered with Supreme CBD, who offer some absolutely amazing products. You've got these CBD cubes, which is something that I hadn't tried before. I tried multiple of their other gummies, but all it takes is like 2 or 3 of these, sometimes a little bit more, and they literally within 5 minutes calm your nerves. So a couple of minutes after I've eaten these, I will literally be sat here quite chilled out. They don't make you feel any way, but they will just calm that anxiety and that stress. So if you guys want to get your hands on some of these CBD cubes or any of their other edibles, go to the link in the description below and use code BBB40 at checkout to save 40%.